boys and girls, we're ready to start the writing activity that goes along with the perfect nest. Okay, so I finished one yesterday to show you. Okay, and today's going to be a little different because I was actually able to find brown paper, so that made me kind of excited. So, but as this one shows, this looks beautiful. So any way that you do it and you are creative, it's all good to me. All right, so here we go. I'm going to show you the step-by-step directions on how to create this. The sentence I wrote along the bottom, and our sentence for this activity is going to be, we're going to be using words from our word list, and it's going to be the robin is in the nest. All right? And with yellow, I highlighted our N words. But first, let's get to the fun part. Okay, here we go. Remember, every time you write, you could be being creative. People, I love keeping a journal, and then you could not only write all about your day, you could draw like really cutesy little pictures next to it to make it so creative. So writing doesn't have to be so boring. You could add a spark of creativity to your words and make illustrations, right? That's the best part. All right, so yesterday's book, The Perfect Nest. So today we are going to be building the perfect nest. Here we go. All right, so I found brown paper, and on here, you know me, you could tear the paper if you wanted to. And tearing, you just do it really gentle. You can give a nice little tear. And remember, don't throw this away. We need it. And I'm going to make it a little wider. There we go. Just like this. But if you feel like this is not going to work for you, use a scissor. See, it's just straight down, straight down. But I like it rough because it looks more like a tree. And then I'm going to make a little one, two little ones actually. So I'm going to go down one, just like this, rip it across, and go down one, and rip it across. So now I have two to really make it look like a tree. On my white paper, that is going to be my background paper, this time around I decided, you know what, I think if I write red, yellow, and green, so have the adult in a room or an older brother or sister, with a ruler you could do red, yellow, and chocolate, just like we do for our ice cream paper. This way when you write your sentence, it looks perfect, like the perfect nest. So you're going to take your glue, and actually before you even do that, I like making lines on here to make it look like a tree. So I'm going to tilt the camera down, so this way you're able to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to tilt the camera down, and all I'm going to do is take brown crayon and make straight lines all the way across. I'll use this brown and maybe this brown. Okay, I'm adding a little texture. I'm doing it on here too, straight across, because remember that's how, and this one too. Let's find another brown on this table. Here we got the darker brown. Darker brown. Okay, now I'll bring my paper closer so this way you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to glue this like this. I'm going to glue one over here and maybe one down here, okay? So now, when you hold it up, it'll look like a branch of a tree, okay? There we go. I'm gonna get my glue, and I'm gonna do some gluing. Remember, at any point you want to stop the video, or you just wanna make this as your observation and then go back and do it so you know what I'm trying to explain to you. All right, so here we go. The next part is the bird. I'm going to post a pattern of a bird, or you could just make your own bird. So I made one right there. See my bird? And then there it is colored in. And I made him a robin because that's the sentence that we're writing about a robin. A robin has a red breast, all right? And a robin lays blue eggs. So pretty. So there you have it. So first you're going to outline it, then you're going to color it in, and then we're going to cut it out, okay? But I didn't build the perfect nest yet. So this is the fun part, the nest. So with that leftover, if you're using brown paper, if you don't have brown paper, color brown. That's what I did yesterday. I colored my papers brown, and all you do is you could rip or cut, just like we did for the apple pie tree, strips of paper. Just cut it because you want it to be messy looking, right? Because after all, it is a nest. So I'm going to use this color brown, and I'm going to use, I found brown paper down my basement, a different color brown too. So I'm going to rip some more over here. So I have two different color browns. So like I said, if you don't have brown and all you have is white paper, color a big section of your white paper brown, and then you can cut from there and use it. All right, so I think I might have enough to make a zip perfect nest. Okay, sure, that looks like plenty to me. All right, so I have to stand up and get my glue because I realize I did not put it near me. Here we go. All right, got my glue. You could use stick glue or you could use this Elmer's glue. All right, so first thing I do is I flip it over. I put some strips of glue on it, and then I'm going to press it down. Remember, whenever you glue, use your fist so you spread that glue underneath all around. Then I'm going to put glue on this one, the branch part over there. Then I'm going to put my branch coming down in this part right over there. Now comes the part of the building of the nest, the fun part. So all my scraps of paper, right? Remember what I said, glue it down because you don't want any of it sticking up. All right, so to build the nest, all you're going to do, remember you can't put the nest underneath because it would fall down. Because that's gravity. Gravity would pull it to the ground. So I'm going to build my nest up here. So I'm going to put a big plop of glue, just like that. And I'm just going to do the end of the paper, the end, and I'm going to stick it in. Because I want my nest to look rough. Because a bird's nest is not this nice, neat. They're gathering twigs from all over and straw. A bunch of stuff to build their nest. You could put it on top of. Because you could have used that big plop of glue, just like this. If it's too long, your paper, some papers are too long. Look, I just ripped it up. Just rip it. Rip it, rip it. You could tuck some under. I'm going to tuck a piece under because there's so much glue there that we could spread it around. Look, I'm using the glue from the middle to put some over here. Okay. I'm going to press it down a little bit so it's not so curly. Maybe I'll bend it a little so the nest is going in the right direction, just like this. Okay. So now, I'm going to put it to the side for a minute because now I have to do some cutting. So here we go. So the first thing I told you, when you get your pad and you color in your bird, and then you could make your own eggs. Look, they're just big letter O's. Big letter O's. That's easy for you to do. Now I'm going to cut out my eggs first. Cut my eggs. Cut my eggs. Here we go. And now remember, your outline line is always black. So that's like your cut line. There's one egg. Remember, your scissor always goes straight ahead. And you feed the scissor. You feed the scissor. Feed the paper inside the scissor. Okay, here we go. Now I got my 3 eggs. And I'm going to put an egg. 1, 2, and 1 more. 3. Okay, here, look. I'm going to show you. Look how cute it's coming. Right? Okay, next comes the bird. Color it nice and darkly. And then now I cut again. I'm cutting on the outside black line so I could see my black line. Remember, you feed the scissor. Feed the scissor. And look, remember what I always told you when you're using a big piece of paper? Just roughly cut it out so this way you don't have a big piece of paper to feed into your scissor. You always make life easy for yourself. It's not Arts and crafts is supposed to be fun, so you figure out ways. See, now I have this big piece of paper here. It's annoying me. So I push it to the side. So now I keep going around and around. And I'm going to go around the robin redbreast, making sure he has a nice pointy beak. Going to have to go search for worms once those babies crack out of that egg. Has to be a good mama bird. Okay, here we go. Now I have my robin. And my sentence is, the robin is in the nest. So I'm going to put my glue right at the top of the nest, right there. And it doesn't matter if he hangs off the paper. That's what makes it so cool. There you go. Let me show you. And now the robin is in the nest. The robin is in the nest, right? Okay, so now whenever you write, you're going to have your paper and you want it to look right the first time. So what you do is you could do it on scrap paper first. So this way you could copy it and you know exactly what you're doing, so you don't have to use your eraser. So I'm going to write my sentence first over here. The robin is in the nest. The robin is in the nest. Memory word, the. Let's sound it out. In. When you say the word robin, it's two parts. Robin. So when you sound it out with the parts. Sound out the first part. Rob and in. Rob in. The robin is in, memory word, nest. In. Remember we did that this week. In and on. Nest. Nest. I wrote this kind of sloppy, but because I was doing my scrap copy. But when I write it on here, I want to make sure that I write it nice and neatly. And of course, you'll write it with pencil, and then you could trace over it with a marker if you want. But I'm pretty good at this, so I'm going to go straight to my black crayon. Okay, I'm going to write the, memory word, T-H-E, the. Now I could copy robin. In. The robin. Make sure you're leaving spaces between each word. The robin is. Remember that S sounds like a Z. I underline it. The robin is in. Space. The. Okay, and now our word. Nest. Period. Don't forget your period. Then I'm going to take my yellow crayon for robin, because that's our wordless word. In and nest. Here we go. Let me bring up the camera now so you can see. The robin is in, I'll bring it back further, the nest. Now, how's that look? Looks good, right? Now on here, since it's springtime, I'm going to take my black crayon and I'm going to make some leaves. So you just make a curved line and then a connecting curved line. See that? Then I'm going to come out again. A curved line and a connecting curved line. I do it in black first because you know me. I love that. So you could see it. There it is again, and over here. And then on there, I'm just going to take my green crayon, and I'm going to add some nice, beautiful green leaves onto my beautiful tree. And of course, you could add as many as you want, but not too much, because if you do too much, then it starts to look messy. But what do you think? I love it. It came so pretty. So now it's your turn. So pause the video whenever you want and take your time. And I can't wait to see your beautiful creations. So have fun and enjoy the rest of your day. And make sure, send me a picture because I want to make sure that I see all your awesome work that you are doing. All right. Mwah. Till next time.